Smackdown starts off with John Cena. He gets a promo. He ends up basically mentioning the Montreal crowd. He ends up giving him high praise for Montreal for being such a great crowd. Mentions how WWE has always feared going to Montreal due to the crowd atmosphere, due to them possibly hijacking the show. Then he ends up mentioning the retirement tour, mentioning his fears of the retirement tour. He ends up saying that he fears that he's going to leave the crowd in disappointment, that they won't be happy or satisfied with his retirement tour. He ends up saying that he wishes that they don't forget about him when he retires. Then he ends up mentioning Brock Lesnar, and he ends up saying that he's ready to fight Brock Lesnar whenever that does happen, and that he's not backing down from the challenge. You get Logan Paul. He comes out. They end up having a bit of a back and forth. Then it leads to Drew McIntyre coming from behind John Cena, attacking him. They jump him. Cody Rhodes comes out for the save, helps John Cena. This eventually leads to the main event match between John Cena, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Well, John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. So that ended up being the main event match. Nothing too major here, but it did set up some storylines because it is confirmed that Logan Paul and John Cena will fight at Clash, which I am interested in. The only problem I have is, why did Brock Lesnar attack John Cena if we weren't going to get that the next pay-per-view? Because John Cena already don't have many dates left. I think he only has like 10 dates left. And it seems like we're going to get the Brock Lesnar-John Cena match, but we're going to have to wait, 2 months until we actually get them on a PLE? And we're not getting... I'm hoping that this is not another Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes situation where we just get him attacking someone without no explanation. Like, please tell me that WWE did not think this through again. Like, come on. Like, I understand some things that I could let slide, but we cannot go through another situation where you just have a storyline, a big storyline, and you don't plan it ahead. I understood The Rock. I get it. That's not your fault. The Rock left y'all high and dry through the Hollywood. I understand that. That I can excuse. But this, please tell me we're not going through another situation where you're just going to plan something just because it's shock value, and then you don't have an actual story with it. Like, how are you just going to have Brock Lesnar not show up for weeks? Because he's not going to be at Clash, so I don't even know the next pay-per-view after. I think it's Crown Jewel, maybe. Or I could be wrong. But, like, when is this match going to happen then, if it's not going to happen at Clash? Like, I'm just confused about that. I'm cool with Logan Paul and John Cena facing. A lot of people are criticizing it, being like, John Cena shouldn't be facing Logan Paul. It's like, I don't mind it. I'm just glad it's not happening at WrestleMania, because that was one of the rumors when John Cena first returned, that it was going to be a WrestleMania match. I'm cool with the idea of the match. And plus, this is like the best match for John Cena. You get the ultimate heel in Logan Paul, where everyone's going to boo him, and you get John Cena, the ultimate babyface. I think it works perfectly, so I don't mind it. Plus, this leads to Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes down the line, which I'm going to explain later in the show. So I enjoy what they did for the opening. We end up getting a tag match between Motor City Machine Guns versus MFT versus the Solo Soko's MFTs with JC Mattel and Tala Tonga. The MFTs ended up picking the victory due to the Motor City Machine Guns playing injuries due to their ladder match at SummerSlam. After the match, you get Solo cutting a short promo, basically ends up saying that, look, he has no one to face for the U.S. Championship, and that he has nothing left to do as U.S. Champion. Then you get Nick Aldis. He comes. Nick Aldis did this like... Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, I don't know why. This is just a SummerSlam thing, I guess, where they just want to keep making match after match after match. And Adam Pearce did this on Raw, so they had Nick Aldis do this on SmackDown. This is like he did this like 3 to 4 times on the show, where he just kept on confirming matches. He comes out, confirmed. He ends up saying that since Solo wanted to run his mouth, he got an opponent for him. Of course, it was Sami Zayn due to it being in Montreal. He ends up picking up the victory. This leads to a match between them two. He picks up the victory. I was a bit confused because I understand they did this twice. Look, I get why WWE does things like this, but it's very weird and it don't make logical sense sometimes when they do this. I get that they want to, favor towards the crowd, but why was Sami here? Like, seriously, like, is he going to get the U.S. Championship now? Because he won the match. So, if this is just a one-off thing, why did Sami need to win here? I don't understand if this is a one-off thing. I get Solo isn't the most credible person, but come on, you can't keep having your champion lose matches like this, especially when he has a faction that's supposed to help him win. He literally just beat Jacob Fatu due to the help of the MFTs. Now he's losing to Sami. And I love Sami. But if Sami's not going to win the U.S. title, this was dumb. This was stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. This was dumb. I enjoyed the match, but... because Sami Zayn is a great wrestler, but it's like, why? Like, if this is a one-off, and you just did this just because you're in Montreal, this was dumb. This is just bad booking. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it just made no sense. We'll see where this goes. I highly doubt he's going for the U.S. Championship. It just wouldn't make sense because his whole story has been him constantly mentioning the world championship. So it will be going backwards if he go as the US championship. But we'll see how this plays out, but I highly doubt he's going to be on Smackdown next week. And speaking of favoring towards the crowd and just making random matches, we end up getting a weird segment between Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss' birthday, I think, is coming up either today or some. It's coming up eventually. Charlotte wanted to celebrate her birthday, wish her happy birthday, so she brought her to the ring. She got her birthday cake, gave her a gift. This segment entirely was it was good, but also cringy. I get what they was going for, but WWE has been doing this thing where they're trying to force this friendship. Where at first, when it was first starting off, before they became an official tag team, it came off natural. Now they're kind of forcing it. WWE has this weird thing where when they find something that's over, they just constantly push it down. They just constantly shove it down in your face, like constantly just trying to force it. Like they do this a lot. They do this with catchphrases a lot. Like this segment just felt forced. Their last segment also felt forced too. I think it was on Raw. Yeah, it felt forced as well. This was also, it was moments that I liked about it, then there was moments I didn't like. Like when they were showing the cake part where Alexa Bliss' name was very small and it said P.S. Happy Birthday. That was good. But then, you know, getting where it gets cringe towards the end where she wants her to hug her and they're trying to build up the hug. It's very weird. She ends up giving her the Lily doll and stuff, but it gets interrupted by Chelsea Green, which was the best thing about this segment. She ends up basically playing the character that she's playing on NXT, where she's very she's very pro-Canadian and very against the United States. Then Nick Aldis ends up coming out. This leads to a Chelsea Green and Charlotte Flair match, and I wonder why this match got official. Of course, due to her being Canadian. I was hoping for a tag match to, you know, build the tag team division. That's what I was hoping for, because I thought it was going to be Secret Service versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. But no, they went with a one-on-one match for whatever reason. I don't know why. But Charlotte Flair, of course, picks up the victory. Like, this isn't a shocker. Like, this wasn't a shocker at all. Charlotte Flair picks up the victory. We'll see how this friendship plays out, but I hope that they calm down with these forced segments and just have them be natural. Have them be natural, okay? Just have them just do what they typically do. Just have it be natural. Stop trying to force it. Now we get the main event. We end up getting John Cena, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. I'm not gonna really speak about the match because the match is just whatever, to be honest. It leads to a disqualification due to Logan Paul doing a low blow onto John Cena. They fight all the way to the backstage. Then it just transitions to Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. They end up fighting with Drew McIntyre getting the upper hand. And I like what they did here. Drew McIntyre ends up hitting a Claymore through the announce table, through like the bottom of the announce table. He ends up holding the WWE. I like what they did here because during this, they end up showing a moment where Drew McIntyre is constantly holding the WWE Championship. He's constantly looking at it, constantly staring at it, constantly holding it. And I like what they're doing here. So it looks like this is going to be the next match. And I was wondering what they was going to do because Drew McIntyre is like the face of this pay-per-view, Clash at Paris. Well, it used to be Clash at the Castle, but he's like the face of this pay-per-view. So I'm like, how is he not going to be at this pay-per-view? So now, to be fair, it is in Paris, so you could say it's a little different, but he's typically known as like the face of that pay-per-view. So I was wondering if he was going to be there. So it looks like this is the route they're going. And I've been wanting a Drew McIntyre Cody Rhodes feud for a long time. I've been wanting this feud to happen for a while now, and it looks like we're getting it. It looks like we're getting it at Clash at Paris. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see how that plays out. Unfortunately, we know how this is going to end. We know Drew McIntyre is not winning, which I wish he would, because Drew McIntyre should be in the world heavyweight scene. He should be a main eventer. He should be in the main event scene, but we all know he's not beating Cody Rhodes as much. And I like Cody, but we just went through a year-long reign with this guy. I'm cool with Cody not holding a championship for a bit. His reign wasn't bad, but going to be honest here, if he's not going to face Randy Orton during this run, just give the title to Drew McIntyre, because that's the only feud I really care about at this point with Cody, with a championship. Without a championship, it's a little different, but with a championship, the only feud I care about with Cody is Randy Orton. If he ain't going to face Randy during this reign to build towards WrestleMania, just give the title to Drew. But very interested how this plays out. Building up towards John Cena and Logan Paul, which should be very interesting. Very interested how this plays out. Overall, this SmackDown, it was okay. It was fine. It was better than last week, but it made some improvements, but it was overall okay. But you guys let me know your overall thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, that's it.